Hi guys, welcome to Team Rosa channel. I'm Angie, cooking with Angie. So today we are going to be using our lovely basket that Debbie's Budget gifted us with our little message. Isn't that lovely? Faith, hope, love. Abide these three, but the greatest of these is love. So we are going to be making our cake pops. Literally everything that I'm using is what was gifted to me from Debbie's Budget, DBI's Budget on YouTube. Go check her out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And for all your budgeting needs, she's your go-to girl. Let's hop into it. Okay, we are going to be doing the red velvet cake pops. So we are going to follow the instructions on the box. And we are going to add that to our mixing bowl. The oven has already been preheating at 350, so that is all done. We are going to add half a cup of melted butter. We are going to add 3 large eggs. And we are going to add 1 cup of water. We are going to combine all of these ingredients. Okay, now that all our ingredients are combined, look at that. How lovely, look at that. We are going to place it into a already pre-greased cake pan. Remember, this is for cake pops, so you can use whatever cake pan you want to use. This one that I'm using here is a 9.5 by 9.5 because you're going to crumble up the cake anyways.
Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Suave, bésame, bésame, suave.
Okay, now that we have it all in the pan, we are going to place that in the oven. Now that it's in the oven, we are going to allow it to cook there at 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. Don't forget you can double check them, make sure that it doesn't get overly cooked. Everyone's oven cooks differently, and you can turn on the light and see. Do not open the oven because you release the heat. Stay tuned. Okay guys, as you can see, the cake is all set. We've removed it from the oven. I've checked it, it's nice and done. Now we are going to allow it to cool. You can remove it and put it on a wire rack or wait at least 5 minutes and then transfer it to a wire rack so it continues to cool before we move on to the next step. Okay, we've waited about our 5 minutes. Now we have it here on the cooling rack. Look at that. Red velvet. We're gonna give that some time to cool off before we break it apart. Now that the cake has cooled, we are going to transfer that over. Look at that. Ooh. Into the dish. Now, this next step here, you guys can choose to do it with your hands, or if you want to make it a little bit easier, grab a hand mixer and break it all apart. Okay, now the next step, we are going to mix some of the whipped buttercream frosting. If you want to give it a little bit more taste of the cream cheese, you can add some regular cream cheese. I would say probably 2 or 3 tablespoons, depending on how you want your mixture. It can go anywhere from 1 to 3 tablespoons, depending on how much mixture you have, how thick do you want it, how velvety do you want it, and combine it with your frosting. We are gonna start scooping some in. I go a little bit at a time because you want to make sure you don't make them too mushy, so that it's, you know, able for you to form them into the balls. Then you grab your hand mixer, make it easy for you. Why work hard, right? Yeah. Okay, let me show you guys here. So now it looks a little bit more moist, and you see how it's having little clumps? That is getting closer to what you want. So now we are going to add a little more. So at this point now we've added about half of the half of the bottle. And we're gonna continue to mix. Okay, now you can start using your hand and checking to see if it's at the texture that you want for a ball. See here, it's forming. See that? But it's still nice and tender. Good, that's good. You want them to be nice and moist and juicy once you take that bite. Okay, so we've added about more than half. If you can see the bottom. Okay, and it has formed. So you see that? Look at that. It has formed into the mixture that we want. That's the consistency we want, depending on how moist you want your cake pops. Some people want them firmer, some people like them more dry. So it depends on what you want and how do you want to use them. Now this we are going to form into the balls, and we are going to place them on a cookie sheet so that way they can cool. So when it goes to get dipped, they're nice and firm. Okay, now we are going to take half a tablespoon measure, and we are going to scoop it up. We are going to form it into our ball. You can choose them bigger. Me personally, I like them about this size because when you dip them into the chocolate, it's gonna feel a lot bigger. And then we are going to place them on a baking sheet with parchment paper.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron, ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón. Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron, ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón. De Arecibo hasta Ponce, de Fajardo a Rincón, es la voz de todo un barrio, desde Almirante a Frontón.
All right, guys. Woo, there you have it. Here are your cake pops. Now we are going to proceed to warm up some of the melting chocolate wafers so that way we can dip our sticks in and poke them in and allow them to cool in the fridge. Nice and sturdy. So I've added the wafers to the microwave for about 30 seconds and they're nice and melted. Now we are going to open up our sticks. And we are going to just dip and poke them right into our cake pops. That's gonna help so that the stick stays put. And we will repeat the process until we're all set.
Ya yo sé, mi hermano, que te gustó. Con esa clave y la frena la pongo yo.
Okay, now we have added our melting chocolate. The cake pops are cooling. And me personally, I like to add a little bit of coconut oil so that it helps it get smooth. You don't have to add a lot, just a little bit. You can choose to or choose not to, but I prefer to add a little bit. Now we put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Mix 30 seconds more until it's fully melted. Don't overburn it. Okay, now we have melted all of the chocolate. It's nice and smooth. We are going to proceed to dip. I did let it cool for a little bit because you don't want to dip it while it's too hot. And we will continue the process of dipping the cake pops. Nice and coated. Hey guys, so now we have switched it up. We are going to do white, and I'm going to add a little bit of red to give it a different look to the cake pop. A little swirl. You can get adventurous. All right, so that's what it looks like. Okay, you are going to grab the cake pop and just dip it right in and get a swirl. Now we are pretty much almost done. As you can see, there we go, the cake pop. Nice. Some of the cake pops are left without sticks because my son likes to grab and go, grab and go, grab and go. So let's make it easy because remember, it's Louis Jr.'s birthday. Whatever he wants goes.
Nueva York.
All right, guys, we have all of our cake pops. Look at that. You have some swirls, you have some red, white, ones without the sticks. And if you truly, honestly wanted to get fancy, you know, whatever is left over for the chocolate, you can go ahead and swipe it on through and give it some nice little lines, decorations, whatever you want to do. Remember, your kitchen, your rules. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed Cooking with Angie on this episode of the Cake Pops. Stay tuned for more videos. Ciao for now.